Hello lovely people, welcome back to She's Comfy, She's Cozy, she hasn't got no makeup on. Snappy title. Yes, welcome back to my channel, hope you are all well. Today we're not doing a review or a novice guide, we are doing one of probably many over the next few weeks, roundups of the year. You can kind of work out by the title that today we are doing the Stagey Spotify Wrapped video. I did one of these definitely last year and possibly the year before. We basically go through my Spotify Wrapped and just take out anything that's not theatre. So if you want to know what I've been listening to this year in the world of theatre, stick around and we'll get into it in 2 whole seconds. So yeah, we're back this time of year. It also kind of got sprung on us this year, or at least on me, because I was not aware on a random Wednesday in December, early December, Spotify would just be like, bam, 'tis wrapped. There was no warning, there was no, ooh, in a couple of days. No, I literally went into work on a Wednesday daytime, and by the time I got to my break mid-afternoon, my entire theatre group chat that I have on WhatsApp were all sharing all their stats and their facts and everything that, that you find out on these wrapped days. I was just like, whoa, where did that come from? But before we get into the nitty-gritty what songs I've actually been listening to, let's talk briefly about the stats I give you before you get to the playlist. So unsurprisingly, my top genre of the year is musicals. If you want to see the entire list, here it is. My top 5 genres, if you will. Number 1 is musicals, number 2 is pop soul. Number 3, don't question this, but it's drum and bass. I don't actually know. 4 is folk, which I kind of understand because, if you don't know, kind of a massive fan of the Curious Case Benjamin Button, which is kind of folky, and that has kind of broadened my horizon for other folk like music, so I kind of understand that one. And then number 5 is soul jazz. Apparently I like a bit of soul. I mean, I think I probably do, but I didn't think it would be on my top 5 genres in 2 separate places, but hey ho. My favourite of all the stats this year is the fact that Spotify this year did a listening age. Now, I know many a person who felt like the listening age that they were given gave them a really terrible age. Like, I'm 35. I was like, oh, here we go. Your listening age is like 67. No, because my listening age was 25. It does say that I was into music from the late 2010s. So I don't know if it's because a lot of the cast recordings I've been listening to are like that era. If that helped me a little bit, I can't complain, because I will take 25, 10 years younger than I actually am. I'm quite happy with that. Top albums of the year were unsurprisingly all musical theatre based, because if I go and see a show, I kind of become slightly hyperfixated on the cast recording for a bit until I find another one that I'm obsessed with. So my top 5 albums of the year: number 1, unsurprisingly, Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Second was Two Strangers Carry a Cake Across New York, which I'm just going to throw it out there, needs to come back as a show. It's just like a warm hug. We're moving on. Number 3, Starlight Express. Number 4 was Great Gatsby Broadway cast recording, because we never got one in for the West End. And number 5 was The Mad Ones. And the final of these facts, it comes in the fact that I spent 1,386 minutes listening to my top artist of the year, which was the Curious Case of Benjamin Button cast recording, which apparently puts me in the top 2% of global fans. Thank you. So moving into the actual playlist itself, my first two, oh my goodness, I didn't realise it gives me how many listens I've had. That wasn't there 2 days ago. My top two are actually not stagey, so they don't count. So my top musical theatre stagey song of 2025 with 60 listens is The Moon in the Sea from Curious Case of Benjamin Button, unsurprisingly. With 2 less listens is On the App from Two Strangers Carry a Cake Across New York, which again, unsurprisingly, because I quote that song far too often. Like, nobody knows the phrase, I don't think Rick the Dick Machine is actually his name, but alas, it's there. 56 streams is the Kraken's Lullaby. 53 for A Little Life, both by Curious Case Benjamin Button. Then down a few songs to 47 listens, Past Is Catching Up With Me, Jeremy Jordan and the Broadway cast recording, which is a top song. 42 listens, we have Tell Me Ernest from Death Becomes Her, a show that I don't really know a lot, but very much drawn to or introduced to me through TikTok. I don't know. 42 listens again, no, yes, 42 listens again for Freight is Great by Starlight. Everyone else is like, oh yeah, my top for like, I listened to Starlight Express, my top song is, I don't know, like Rolling Stock or other really well-known songs. No, I like Freight is Great, and I will stand on that hill. Freight is great. 42 listens again is Roaring On, again from the Broadway cast of The Greatest Showman? No, The Great Gatsby. Moving into the 30s list of listens, we have Men Are Trash, the extended version from I haven't fully read this list. Yeah, 39 listens. I have listened to Men Are Trash, the extended version from Why Am I So Single, a show that I notoriously was like, what is this? What is this show? And I still kind of stand by that. However, there's something about that song that just makes me really happy. 39 listens happy, apparently. With one less listen than Men Are Trash, we have Dearly Beloved, again from Two Strangers Carry a Cake Across New York. Once again, we need this show back in some shape or form. I'll take a tour. It's just so good. And the music is fun. With 38 listens, bearing in mind I didn't see the show until August, I think, of this year, is The Pants Song by Be More Chill. Again, there are probably people out there who have Be More Chill songs in their like top listen to, but how many of you listen to The Pants Song 38 times in a year? With 36 listens, we have If I Could Tell Her from Dear Evan Hansen, the Broadway version, not the film version. I still haven't seen the film version, probably won't, but 36 listens is a decent amount. Again, not like the most well sung. I'm very much not someone who will listen to the really well-known songs in cast recordings. They're usually the ones that don't kind of speak to me. Going back to Starlight with 35 listens, we've got Rolling Stock, more understandable. Then the one that I wasn't really expecting with 34 listens, we have What the Hell from Mrs. Doubtfire the musical. Again, when I saw the show, wasn't really, like, the music in it wasn't really a major thing that was like, wow. But just like with Why Am I So Single and Men Are Trash, I just didn't really enjoy What the Hell as a piece of music, so to speak. 32 listens, which I'm surprised at. I would think that that would be higher, but it is not. We have got the Squip song, again from Be More Chill. It's from Japan! Little earworms. With 31 listens, bearing in mind I've never seen the TV show, and I am aware this is technically not musical theatre, but at the same time it is musical theatre, we have the song Big Finish from Smash. Never seen the TV programme. It's always been on my list to try and catch at some point or find out and watch. But the song Big Finish was used in a concert, like a filmed, was it even a concert? Like a filmed thing during lockdowns back in the day, performed and created by the Barn Theatre in Cirencester by the one, the only Ryan Carter. It was called The Secret Society of... It was Leading Ladies. Secret Society of Leading Ladies. Something which I would love to watch again, because the cast that was brought together for that was absolutely phenomenal. And it's definitely one of those pieces of theatre that I feel like we should have back in our lives in some form. Like, I know that theatres are back in a big way and are really expensive, but there were some like amazing pieces of theatre and musicals and just yeah, and I really wish that somehow, way, I don't know, they could bring them back into life. Like, I'd happily buy that and have that in my life because it was so good. So yeah. Also with 31 listens, Disappear from Dear Evan Hansen. Again, I'm not one of those people that will listen to the big songs, although the next one is kind of a big song, but yeah, I'm not one that will gravitate to the ones that everyone knows. Like, I think I have 3 Dear Evan Hansen songs on this top songs playlist, and I don't think any of them are like You'll Be Found or something like that. Could be wrong, it might be coming up later. Speaking of the, I never listen to the big songs in the sheds. With 30 listens, we have Independently Owned from Shucked. I mean, yes, I say no more. It is a phenomenal musical theatre song and an excellent one to sit and drive along to and belt. Although I definitely don't have Alex Newell's pipes. Hey ho. Back to Dear Evan Hansen, we have Anybody Had a Map? Have a Map even. That's 30 listens. Also with 30 listens, and the complete opposite of that song, we have Anything Can Happen, the live version from Mary Poppins. There's something about that song, just, I love it so much. It's just like a, you can do it. Yeah, like, ugh. That and the Pants song from Be More Chill. If I'm very much I don't want to do anything today, I don't want to go anywhere, I hate everything. If I listen to Anything Can Happen and the Pants song, I am up and at it. With 27 listens, we have Two Strangers Karaoke Across New York. Again, this time with New York. Again, no, I've just, will just sweep under the carpet. I'm like, I never listen to the big songs. That is one of the biggest in the actual show. Hey ho. 26 listens. We have got Our Lady of the Underground from Hadestown. Now, I have been listening to the original Broadway cast recording a lot more than the original London cast recording. Don't ask why. But yeah, it's the one I've lent towards. With 23 listens, we have Always Starting Over from If Then by Kerry Ellis. They released it before she did the concert version, which I didn't go and watch. I believe I didn't do it because it was on a Monday, or it was midweek in London, and I live in the Midlands and have a full-time job. Which is just very rude to the entire out of London theatre community. The amount of shows over the years that I have really wanted to see and I have had no chance in seeing because they do it on a Monday or a Tuesday, like midweek in London. I know it's hard and it's where you can find space on the days you want, but put it on a Sunday or a Saturday. Put it anywhere in the weekend. Just don't put it on like a Tuesday evening. It's rude, because I would love to have seen that. If Then is one of those musicals that I really enjoy. It's not the cheeriest musical by any stretch of the imagination, but the music in it is stunning, and yeah, so that's 23 listens. Also with 23 listens, and again, the complete flip-flop of Always Starting Over, we have Interlude in B minor, again from Why Am I So Single. Literally, I was listening to this today. While I was doing my work, I was typing something up. It is also a Sunday, by the way, but I was sat at my computer listening to music as I typed away incessantly, and Interlude in B minor came on, and I had to pause it because someone came to talk to me, and I was like, sorry, I can't concentrate. Like, most times I can listen to music and also kind of have a conversation with somebody, but when there's a B, there's a flat in the B, it's gonna have to be turned off, because no. But 23 lessons in a year. we say nothing. We say nothing and we move on. Back to Shooked again with 22 listens. We have We Love Jesus. But we drink a little. There's no more to say. I am so shocked that I knew nothing of Shooked before this year. Like, I had no knowledge until I went to go and watch it at the Regent's Park Open Air Theatre this year. But the music in it is just really fun. That's why I've listened to We Live Jesus 22 times. Going back to Hadestown with 21 listens, we have, it's like I'm doing a chart show, isn't it? We have Why Do We Build the Why Do We Build the Wall? Why do I love that song? The deep voice of Patrick Page. And there lies why I listen to the Broadway cast version a lot more than the London version, because in the London version the voice just ain't as deep, my friends. Like, as much as I enjoy Zachary James, he just hasn't got the depth in his voice that Patrick Page did. I'm sorry, but it's true. Going back to Benjamin Button with 20 listens apiece, we have two separate songs. One which I listened to when it was just the EP, which is Whene'er She Looked at Me. And then the Big Girl album came out, and also with 20 listens I have Tear Tray. Can't sing along to it for majority because it is in Cornish, but it is beautiful. Sticking with Benjamin Button we have with 18 listens, The Kraken's Lullaby. Yes, I have it twice on this list because I listened to the 3/4 songs that they put out as an EP first, and then they brought out the cast recording, and therefore I have it in 2 separate places. So I have listened to The Kraken's Lullaby probably a lot more than I could work out. Also on 18 listens we have UNCOUPLED from Starlight. It's just something about that song. It's just fun. I've been UNCOUPLED. I can't spell. So that's on the list. 17 listens. I'm assuming I'm nearly towards the bottom now. With 17 listens I have got On the Night Bus from Becoming Nancy, a show they need to bring back. I will stand on this hill until I am old. That show, Becoming Nancy, alongside What's New Pussycat, also done by the Rep, both need to have a new life. On the Night Bus is just a fun but also beautiful song. Sticking on 17 listens, I also have American Express from Two Strangers, Shipping Out Tomorrow from Case of Benjamin Button, A Big Fat No from Mrs. Doubtfire. 2 words, moose knuckle. Moving on. With 16 listens we have from Songs for a New World, The River Won't Flow. I go through times when I don't listen to that cast recording at all, and then it becomes my hyperfixation, and that was kind of, I was in a not listening to time, and then I went to watch the concert version at the event in Apollo. It became an obsession again, and I'm 100% okay with that. Sticking with 16 listens each, we've got Kathy and Stella's Murder Podcast from Kathy and Stella Solves of Murder. Apparently they are putting that on Broadway but changing location and a few other things. I'm interested to see how that would happen and how it would work, and if the people of America would enjoy it, because it very much felt quite British. But maybe that's just because it was set in Hull and the Broadway version is not. But I don't know. Also with 16 listens, Monster from Frozen. It's just, again, it's one of those ones that you can drive along and you're like, am I a monster if it's true? Tune. We've got 15 listens, the opening to A Songs of a New World. I mean, if you're feeling not great and this starts, like, you're awake. Also in 15 listens we have got About 6 Inches from Your Heart from Becoming Nancy. If you've never even heard of Becoming Nancy, hunt out that song. It is sung by Rebecca Traherne. Loved it. It's just, ugh, lovely. 15 listens we have Corn from Shooked. Again, massive Shooked fan of this year. Also 15 listens we have If I Had My Time Again from Groundhog Day. The amount of times I've just been walking somewhere and that's come on in my ears and I start like playing air drums. I'm surprised that is not higher. Also in 15 listens we have Rainbow High from Evita, the Rachel Zegler? Apologies. Version. Now, I didn't watch Evita. The price was not my friend and I didn't watch it. However, since they released that song, every time that I go on a flight, which isn't that often, but I think I've tried it twice, maybe 3 times. Yeah. I try and start the I'm there. I am 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 just as Takeoff kind of begins. So when she goes, Saviour, they've just like, the lips took off, and I'm like, it's my new thing that I have to do at the start of each flight. I'm not the best flyer, but yeah, it's become a new thing. Speaking of flights, I also usually have to listen to Window Seat at some point in the flight from Amelie, the London version, because we don't talk about the Broadway version of Amelie. Just no thank you. Just no thank you. Yeah, if I'm in the air, I have to do those two things. One of them has been a thing that I've had to do for a while. Rainbow High is a new thing. I also quite like belting it just generally. Going back to the third Why Am I So Single song on this playlist, which is insane. We've got See You Never. Why that is, I don't know why that isn't higher, to be fair, because I just like it. It's fun. Kind of stagey, but not stagey in that it's not an actual musical, but it's by two musical people. 14 Listens for All in Good Time by Rob Madge and Pippa Cleary. Again, it's one of those songs that you could just like, everything is good. And I think the first time I listened to it and I fully listened to the lyrics, I had a little tear up. Just saying. Again, with 14 listens from Next to Normal, we have You Don't Know by Casey Levy. Again, I don't know. I don't know why that has been the song that I pick to listen to so much, but it's there. Also on 14 we've got The Western Wind from Curious Case of Benjamin Button. I'm pretty sure if we went through it you could tick off most of the cast recording of Benjamin Button on this list. So moving on, 14 listens again. You've got Dying Ain't So Bad from Bonnie and Clyde. A show that I missed this year. Old Joint Stock did a version. I missed it because I was either not in the country, not available, or just had bad timing. But that song is beautiful. There we go. From the Cher Show, with 14 listens, we have Gypsies, Tramps and Thieves. Again, don't know why that is the song on the list that I've listened to the most, but hey ho, it is. We have 3 more technical musical theatre songs left before the playlist ends, and we just get into Remember Monday's portion of my playlist. So with 13 listens, you've got Defying Gravity from Kerry Ellis, which was on her album. Again, technically not the actual show, but it's a banger. Like, guitar version of Defying Gravity. Heaven. Also with 13 listens, I Say No from Heathers. Don't judge me, it's on there. We're gonna move on to the final musical theatre song on my top listened to of the year, and that is, unsurprisingly, from Curious Case of Benjamin Button with the song Will You Go, which again, beautiful start to a song, really. Stunning. I could listen to the whole thing, and I probably will once I finished, like pressed the record button and stopped this video. But there we go. It probably hasn't been a long one. I will hopefully try and edit it down slightly. But it is what it is. You've had a whole year of listening to music. I've had a whole year listening to Curious Case of Benjamin Button, and apparently quite a lot of Why Am I So Single? Who knew? But yes, why don't you in the comments tell me your top 5 musical theatre songs you've had for the year. If you are a Spotify Wrapped person, how did your Wrapped make you feel? If you're someone who uses Apple Music, you do you. I'm a Spotify person, I'm sorry. But yes, if you want to tell me your top ones from the Apple version, then feel free to do so. But yeah, I'm going to leave this video here, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, I hope you come back, and yeah, I love you all lots. All that's left to say is the usual, which is so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, and goodbye. Bye.